Hey, welcome back to CES 2020. This is Brian Stillman with BeTerrific. We're here in Las Vegas, Nevada at the Las Vegas Convention Center, checking out all the best gear, all the coolest new stuff coming out of the tech world at the coolest convention. I'm here with Demi and Andy. They are with ONEBOT. ONEBOT is an educational robot system where you can build and program robots using these cool bricks. Why don't you tell us a little bit about ONEBOT?
Yeah, so ONEBOT is an educational toy for children. Essentially, this company and these toys incorporate science, technology, engineering, mathematics. So your child is engaging. It's a very interactive toy in which they're learning and they're having fun at the same time. So they don't feel like they're using mathematics while they're using it, but they're having a blast. We have toys that range from all different levels of complexity and age ranges. And the higher up you go, obviously the complexity increases of the build. So you go for something minor up to something that's more robotic.
Cool. Now, what's the technology behind this? I mean, obviously, sort of building brick system to assemble the robots, but how are they being controlled? How do kids program them? How do they interact with them to get them to do different things?
Yeah, so the platform is based on Scratch 3.0, which is developed by MIT. And the purpose of that, creating that platform is for, as Demi said, early education to gain interest from the kids into like a computer programming in a more interactive way and a user-friendly way instead of a boring black screen. So you drag and place like a little icon, just like normal, smartphone app these days that kids are playing. So that's the brain behind it, and we are using high capability, sensors control unit. So, for example, the connectors that we're using, they are Type-C connectors, so they work with both ways, and the response speed is actually a lot faster than micro USB and stuff like that. So basically, the build quality and also development of those kids, we have spent a lot of resource, a lot of time, to design the whole kit.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, how easy is it for kids to get involved with this? My little niece is 2, so I'm assuming she's a little young for this, but kids are. I was interested in robots when I was like 5 or 6. I thought they were the coolest things in the world. When can kids get involved in this? How easy is it for them to integrate this system into their play and into their lives?
Yeah, so we actually have a package that they can start from 3 and plus.
Really?
And so it doesn't include the robotics aspect of it, but there is building involved with it. And the concept behind that is at a young age, we want them to get the dexterity in their fingers, the concept of building something, so they can definitely start there. That's 3 and plus. Your niece has to wait 1 year.
1 year.
Sorry,
Ella.
Start it early. And then as they progress from there, if the child is excelling in it, it's something that they're interested in, they can keep moving forward, and along the stages of their lives, there's robots and toys for them to build.
There are a bunch of robot kits out there, different companies making different types of kits. What were you thinking about in terms of the technology? What did you want to bring to this, and why did you make the decisions that you made? Like, how did you set out to make something that's maybe more accessible for kids or more engaging for kids?
Yeah, because I was in college when I was younger for computer engineering, and then I transferred to IT afterwards. So I know that the hassle for young kids, especially to start up when they trying to learn, computer programming, it could be really boring. And because of that aspect, that reason, I thought that if I were younger, much younger, and I do have an opportunity, to start at the early stage, it might be easier for me. So that's the whole concept behind it. So I mean, kids are getting smarter and smarter these days.
Right.
So we thought, why don't we actually develop something that we can actually to obey or gain their interest at a younger age. So let them choose if this is something they really want to, go for their career afterwards, instead of just go to the university and then they figure out, oh, this is not right programming for me at that age.
All the different sort of disciplines involved in STEM are something that we're really focusing on with education these days. Why are these such a good way to introduce children to those concepts, to math, to engineering, to programming, dexterity, all these things? What makes robots so compelling?
Robots, we are talking about the robot is gonna take the world. Human, we're gonna be losing our job because the robot are being so advanced. They're taking deliveries, but at the end of the day, it's the human behind it that actually makes the robot. And we wanted to encourage more young kids, more people to get into the industry. And because robot is getting so big, and we need more people to develop behind the scene. So that's another reason why we thought this is a great opportunity to do a younger age, early education before the college to actually get into the career.
Do you think that kids respond more to the sort of, we see robots in the movies, and there's the Terminator, but there's also like WALL-E, you look at this and it has that sort of basic form to it, R2-D2, things like that, where they're engaging for kids, there's a personality behind the robots. Do you find that kids respond to that a little more than, say, a chemistry set? Or, there are other things you could teach them to do, engineering skills with, that are mechanical and whatever, but maybe are less relatable. Is that something that you think about when approaching educational toys?
Absolutely. We've tried to design it so that it's as interactive and fun as possible. Now, every child is going to have different skill sets, different interests, and you won't necessarily know exactly what they're interested in until you get them into it. And that's why we have our programs set from such a young age to build them up, to kind of monitor their interest in the building and the toys. I know my nephew, for example, he loves cars. We're a big car family. We love anything motorized.
Okay.
And so when he sees something and it's either a robot or a toy that starts to transform and move, he's like, whoa, he's super excited about it, right? So these are the right toys for him. He loves them. He goes nuts for them. So it's really just getting that child in early and seeing if there's interest with them. They're as engaging and interactive as possible. We think they're super fun. So it's kind of just seeing the interest and monitoring the level of the child's interest in it.
So what do you get in the kit? So in the One Robot kit, I know there are different levels of kits. What is this? Sort of explain to me what different packages you've got.
Right. So this sample right here, what we call educational mini robot, is this guy right here. So the module on top of the boxes, it's very simple. It's got a one control unit, two motor, and one battery case. You putting them together, adding the wheels on. You can do a very simple, movement like a front, forward, backward, left turn, and right turn, and that's about it. And the beauty of this is the kids is going to using the smartphone app that's free of charge, and then they can actually program, the movement on their own. So it's not necessarily it's been like a preset roll, like a Lego set or something like that. You finish it, and that's it. You can make a lot of different movement based on your own preference.
Right.
So that's the interactive way that we think the kids will be loving it. So that one is an entry level for for the young kid as 6 years old plus.
Okay.
And then this
right here.
guy right here is what we call educational key set. So this whole key set kit is actually come with 900 pieces. It's got one giant control unit. It's got a whole bunch of different sensors, like laser sensors, for example, multi-lighting sensors. It's got gyro sensors. It's the capability of this one control unit. You can actually connect 64 different sensors out of it, and you can imagine what kind of movement, what kind of interaction that the kids can build on their own, and also it comes with that little lighting bar is rechargeable, so the kids can actually for example create a program to chasing that bar
Right.
from the light.
And there are different configurations and
Right.
stuff as well. Like it
You're
looks very
right.
customizable.
You're right. So basically, we have designed 4 different robot set from this one kit. So we have a piano set, we have a mechanical set, and this is a robot set, and then we have a multi-lag robot set as well. So out of that, each setup, the kids can have 13 different difficulty assembling difficulty
Right.
levels, so they can make something totally different from what we preset for them.
Well, I was going to ask, can they customize it and take it further and
Of course.
say, I don't want to make those 4, I want to reassemble and
100%.
make whatever. Buy multiple kits, put them together. I guess that's the goal, to teach them to learn to do that and to take it where they want to go with it.
And to be creative.
Right.
Yes.
This is all very cool. When is all this going to be available?
Our official product launch will be end of January.
Oh, so
and
soon.
We are working with several different large retailers. Hopefully, you guys will be seeing them soon.
Where can people go if they want to learn more about ONEBOT?
Our official website, onebot.us and onebot.ca.
Very easy. And then what are the prices for the different levels? Are those set yet?
For the mini robot, all the way up to the more complex educational set,
Right.
retail price range will be around $99 to $350.
Great. Very cool. I love robots. I grew up as a science fiction fan, so the idea of building robots and programming robots, if this stuff existed when I was a kid, I might not be sitting here interviewing you. I might be on your side getting interviewed and building robots. Certainly cool for kids, and I look forward to getting stuff like this for my niece when she's a little bit older. 2 might be a little young. Thanks for coming on the show. Thanks for bringing the ONEBOT with you. BeTerrific, bringing you all the greatest stuff from CES 2020. If you stick around, we'll have a lot more coverage for you throughout the day, almost through the week. One more day after this, lots more gear to bring your way. We'll be back.